Hi everybody, it's Christina and today I'm here with the Just Peacocks collection. Now this is a brand new collection that's now available at Craftstash, and today I'm going to use an embossed background and I'm going to use the feather. Now the feather is this die and this matches this embossing folder beautifully. And for this I'm going to use two 5x7 cards, and I've created two mats that will go on top, and on one of them I'm going to do some ink blending. So for my ink blending I have Peacock Feathers, Dusty Concord and Blueprint Sketch, and I'm just going to add these onto this piece of card just in random areas, and I'm not particularly bothered about the blending. I just want to get the colours down. Colours down, take your embossing folder and open it up, and you're going to spritz the wrong side of this with some water, and once you've done that place it into your folder, and you don't want that to move, so the best thing to do is to tape that in place. So once you have that taped in place, take some black ink and you're going to go over this side of your folder with the black ink. So you're just going to make sure that that's all covered and then close the folder. And then while it's there, run that through your machine. So once you've done that, you can open your folder. Now you can repeat that process if you want the colour to be darker, and I'm going to do that with mine. So keep it in place, run the black ink back over it, close the folder and run it through your machine again. Now this is why you've taped the piece in place, so that it won't move when you open the folder up. And once you've done that, you will find that the pattern is now darker. So now you can remove this from your embossing folder. Now don't forget to clean your folder before you put this away. So once you've done that, you need to dry this completely with your heat gun, and then you can trim it down to fit the front of your card. So once this is dry, I've taken some gilding wax and I've put some into the lid, and I've just tapped some onto my little blender, and I'm just going to go over this very lightly and pick up all the raised areas in this sheet, and you can just see the shine in it now. Now if you don't mind getting your fingers dirty, you can also use your fingers or any little piece of sponge that you have lying around. So once you have this panel, you're going to put your feather die on it and you're going to cut that out. So once you've die cut that out, one panel is going to go on one card and the feather is going to go on the other. But before you add it to this card, the panel that you cut before as a layer to this one, you're going to put that through the embossing folder. So I've also cut another panel that will sit along there, and that will fit underneath this piece. Now once I've got that glued in place, I'm going to trim it off so that it just fits neatly under there, and that one will go over there. And then both of these are going to be backed onto some gold mirror card, just to give it a little bit more effect. So I've backed this one onto some gold card, and that's going to sit on the front of this 5x7. But in my stash I've found some blue glitter card, and although it's got pieces missing out of it, once I've added that in and trimmed it down, you won't notice any difference in that card. Now if you wanted to enhance this card a bit more, you can take some white card and you can cut that feather out again, and then if you just glue it down the spine area and bend up the ends of the feathers, you will get a nice effect on your card. And then all we need to do now is just cut out the sentiment. So for this card I've decided to put "So Proud of You," but I haven't used the backing, I haven't used the shadow die for it, just the words. Now for this one I've cut the shadow die out as well, and I've cut that in parchment, and that just enhances this sentiment a little bit more. Now to just finish the card off, I'm just going to add some Nouveau dots, and I'm just going to make sure that they're coming out of this without any splodges of air in them. And then we can add these to the card. We'll just add a few. And we need to make sure that they are left on one side to dry. So there we have two really pretty cards created as a 2-for-1. So we've cut the pattern out of this and used it on this card. And the items that I've used have been the embossing folder and the feather die cut from the Just Peacocks collection.